drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Out of the gun now on third down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And, Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll look to throw. Backing up. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. These guys told us, these guys being the coaches, they wanted to really stretch the field, get the ball down deep. They were able to do that here.
And you know, when you stretch the field, you often leave guys in one-on-one situations, and that allows your better athletes to go up and get the football. I love the preparation that they put into this. They made it a priority, and they got what they expected.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Working with a second and goal now from the 3. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And this will be play number 10 on this pretty long opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense. as they face a 2nd and 11. Wins to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And the tight end, Zach Ertz, is key in this offense as we get a look at the starters.
Comes out of the factory known as Stanford, which keeps putting out tight ends. Zach Ertz, one of the better ones we've seen in recent years. The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he finds his man, Kamar Aiken. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And here are the Chicago defensive starters.
Kyle Fuller is one of those new breed, complete defensive backs. Eager to tackle, but a better cover man.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Now Wentz again. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Wins to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Let's go.
They'll give to the up man, Paul Asike. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Second down, 8.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end right, tight end right.
On play action, they'll throw. He sets to fire deep. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Trying to shake up, looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quran Williams. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Here we go now.
They go back to the air here after the T. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
They come out here in the eye, and he'll give it here to his running back. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Take it at the 37. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. And now the Eagles offense back out onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
He'll get only a couple down to the 44. Silver Salinga on the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Let's go! Green, 39!
On second down, here's Wentz. Catch left side here by Aiken. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Here comes the D swarming to the line. On first down, Wentz. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Lucky 56.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at them right now and say, let's get away from them entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off in the pass rush.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 20. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Eagles take possession. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. To the right side, caught by Selleck. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
Second down now after the pass completion. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down. 3rd and 5. Now Wentz again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the 1st.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. This one brought in by Dorial Green-Beckham. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Again, it's Wentz. To the right side to Aiken. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll come out in the pistol. Wentz now on 1st down. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone. He was looking for Dorial Green-Beckham, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And Matthews has got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Matthews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong,
It's caught inside the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Jeffrey with a catch left side. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
Now Hogan. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Hogan now. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A good pickup there of 20 yards. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Green Beckham has it over the middle. 11 yards on the pickup, and the Eagles are going to have a first down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle. And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
Now let's go. Green 39.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
In the red zone this time.
Watch left. Tight end to the left. Tight end left. Hurry up. Here we go. Boom. Landed.
From the red zone now, Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Now Wentz. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Now Wentz again. That's caught at the 1. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kamar Aiken, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. throw. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be third down. And quickly, they get to the line. So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Complete on the right side to Green Beckham. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On first down, Wentz. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Hogan now. He completes it right side to White. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Now Hogan. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Wentz. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Here's Donnie Jones now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
No. Check. Patriot.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a carry for the fullback. This is the Kiwi, Paul Asike. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. On the left side, a catch by White. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 15. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
12 yards on the pickup, and that leads to a Chicago 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
They'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets to Hogan, and he goes down on a sack. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Fielded just inside the 30. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now come the Eagles. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before.
Here we go.
Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And the D looking like they may blitz. Time running out here on the play clock. From midfield, here's Wentz. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple.
He's got him in. Complete. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. And even 40 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Hogan now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack. Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. They're able to locate Wilson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that.
And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. So after the INT, here's Wentz. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
To throw is Wentz. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Here's Donnie Jones now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded at the 27. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like, they're totally out of it. But
and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Terrell Brown. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone. On
2nd down, Ryan Matthews. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. To throw is Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And tough starting field position here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Hogan, Jeffrey with a catch left side. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 5. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And 1st and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game, barely, but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen, because we've seen nutty things happen down the stretch, but they also have the security of the scoreboard. With that type of a lead, even if something goes haywire, they're still in good shape.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Mike, check. 59. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Eagles, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Chicago.
All up in my face, you're not from the clique. Give me space, we might rob it. Most say that, baby, they don't love the clique.